Hey folks, welcome back. We're here for you again and bringing the coolest vibes of NBA for you all. Every year, draft fans have their darling who they fall head over heels for. They blind themselves to the imperfections and warning signs that suggest a toxic relationship. This idealism and longing for what could be often leads to a disastrous breakup. But when the stars align, magic happens. Aleksej Pokusevski is the prospect in the 2020 NBA draft. Let's move forward with our video and have a look at the top 10 things you didn't know about Aleksej Pokusevski. So, let's begin. But before we proceed further, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do hit that subscribe button so that you won't be missing out on any future NBA content. Number 10. The start of career. Born on December 26, 2001, the young player grew up in Novi Sad, where he started to play youth basketball for the local clubs, KK Cadet and KKNS Stars. In 2015, Pokusevski joined the youth teams of Olympiakos. On March 19, 2019, Pokusevski made his EuroLeague debut with Olympiakos Piraeus in an 89-69 win over the German club Bayern Munich during the EuroLeague's 2018-19 season. He recorded 1 point, 2 rebounds and 1 assist in 1 minute played during the game. Pokusevski became the youngest senior men's Olympiakos player to ever debut in the EuroLeague. On April 24, 2020, he declared for the 2020 NBA Draft. Pokusevski earned Greek A2 Bosman Eligible Player of the Year and all defensive team honors from the website Eurobasket.com. Number 9. Not a typical big man. Pokusevski on the court looks like that kid in 6th grade who hit his growth spurt before everyone else but hasn't put on the weight yet. At 7 feet tall, weighing 195 pounds, with a 7-foot 3-inch wingspan, Pokusevski isn't your typical big man. He moves like a wing, protects the rim like a center, and shoots like a guard. Pokusevski has been one of the more difficult players in this draft to get a gauge on. If you only scroll Twitter and highlight packages, he looks like the next Kevin Durant. However, when you go through games and look who he's playing against, you realize that he gets away with a lot of carelessness that won't fly when he faces opponents who aren't wider than they are tall. Number 8. Mobility and fluidity. When Pokusevski plays within himself and can mentally slow down the game, he is incredibly impressive in the open court. He can create for others and himself, which is a rare skill for someone his size. Pokusevski's teammates use him as the outlet after securing the rebound. When a big man initiates the transition offense, typically it is after he secured the rebound himself. As Pokusevski brings the ball up, he veers towards the center of the floor. This decision attracts the attention of the other 3 defenders, which leaves his teammates unguarded. By not trying to do too much, Pokusevski makes the correct play look easy. He does a great job of reading the floor, knowing how to suck in the defense and create open space for his teammates. Number 7. Shooting. The biggest improvement Pokusevski has made during the past year has been as a 3-point shooter. Pokusevski have shown flashes of making shots off the catch in 2018, both at the Adidas Next Generation Tournament and the Under-17 World Cup, but he certainly took a leap this year, turning those flashes into a consistent offensive weapon at ANGT, where he converted on 10 of his 19 3-point attempts throughout 4 games. Olympiakos kept running plays for Pokusevski to shoot threes coming off screens at ANGT, plays that you would rarely see a team run for 7-footers at this level of play. Number 6. High basketball IQ. He possesses a high basketball IQ to go along with the ability to handle the ball and pass at a high level, despite his size. Pokusevski kept growing and now stands at 7 feet tall, but his ability to control the ball, shoot from deep, and run the break hasn't taken a step back. Pokusevski built a strong resume in FIBA competitions. He never put up a fancy statistics because his thin body hasn't allowed him to be dominant against his peers, but showed how high his upside is if physicality ever catches up to his skill. Pokusevski has carved out a role for himself in the Greek second league, playing for Olympiakos' second team, and even though injuries have kept him off the court for quite some time, he has already shown improvement both from a physical and skills standpoint. Keep yourself tuned in as we discover 5 more amazing facts with you all. Hope you guys are enjoying the video, and if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, do it now in order to make sure that you don't miss out on any future NBA content from now on. Number 5. A good fit to modern NBA. Even though the level of second division in Greece is low, his skills are translatable and a good fit to the modern NBA. For some scouts, Pokusevski doesn't have an NBA position and will most likely be a minus on defense, even though those question marks are legit. 7-foot bigs with advanced shooting, ball handling, passing and rebounding skills don't grow on trees. Standing at 7 foot tall after hitting a growth spurt recently to go along with above average length, his weight stands still low for someone his size, and lack of strength, especially in the upper body, gets him in trouble, especially as he gets closer to the paint. On the other hand, he moves very well for his size, has great feet, and comes off the floor quickly. Even though he's not an elite athlete by any means, he's fluid enough and has plenty of potential physically. Number 4. Rim protection and deflections. Pokusevski's numbers as a rim protector have been really good for the past 12 months. This impressive stretch started at the Under-17 World Cup, where Pokusevski led the tournament in blocks per game and finished top 3 in blocks per 36 minutes and BLK%, possessing a similar statistical impact as one of the top candidates for the first overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. Pokusevski's projection as an NBA-caliber rim protector starts with his elite measurements for the position. Standing at 7 foot tall in shoes with a 7 foot 3-inch wingspan and a 9 foot 1 standing reach, Pokusevski can affect the game by just being at the right place at the right time, as his length allows him to effortlessly block shots at the rim. While his skinny frame might be concerning for an interior defender, weighing only 196 pounds at the moment, Pokusevski compensates with his length below the rim, where he's able to contest shots even when facing stronger opponents. Number 3. Passing and functional handle. Pokusevski acted as a sort of point center at ANGT in 2018, occasionally initiating the offense for Olympiakos. In that role, Pokusevski showed impressive coordination and fluidity with the ball in his hands for his size, with an arm length that allows him to keep a low dribble point and minimize turnovers. Pokusevski uses his dribble ability to attract attention from help defenders and make plays for teammates on the move. This year, however, Pokusevski's opportunity to initiate the offense were a bit sparser, with his assists coming mainly off of outlet passes. In these situations, Pokusevski showed accuracy and versatility as a long-range passer, and his size makes it difficult for opposing teams to trap him in the half-court, as he's able to simply pass over the top of everyone. Number 2. Defensive concerns. Engaged rebounder with great hands and instincts. Lack of strength and physicality gives him trouble when playing in contact, but that won't be an issue once he reaches body maturity. He's younger than any other draft-eligible European players this year. Basketball IQ, anticipation and instincts will make him a solid team player in a good scheme. Doesn't have the physical presence to be considered a potentially plus defender, but he should be a playable player on defense once he improves his body and learns defensive tactics and schemes. And number 1. Weak side shot blocker. Pokusevski is an excellent weak side shot blocker. He usually makes the correct read and uses his length to send shots back at will. Aleksej Pokusevski is the closest thing to a unicorn that the 2020 NBA draft offers. He has a unique skill set rarely found in 7-footers. His mobility and fluidity are highly impressive and allow him to be a threat with the ball in his hands. He can initiate the offense, run in transition, attack off the dribble, or spot up for free. He needs to improve his ball security, lack of strength and defensive fundamentals, but he has a great foundation. Aleksej Pokusevski could easily go anywhere throughout the first round. It wouldn't be surprising if a lottery team fell in love with his talent and takes him early. If he starts to drop past the middle of the first round though, he could be the biggest steal of the draft. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video, thumbs up if you've liked it, and do hit that subscribe button so that you won't be missing out on any interesting content from now on.